everybody doing tonight? Excuse my voice. I thought it was going to be hot when I got in here, but it's not. Which is not cool. I'm going to get right to the point because for the sake of time, I know it's kind of raining. It's getting late in the evening. My name is Joshua Me. Just a little bit about myself. I have many different hats that I wear. One, I'm a trainer. I think that's most important. Put that at number one. I train on 4 different things I'm talking about here in a minute. The second thing, I am an ordained prophet of God. So you do believe in the Bible, I'm your man. If you don't, then I'm still your man. Oh, and I think also I'm a father. Good deal. I have my 2 sons over there with me as well. And I say I'm a father, also mentor a lot of men. Mike is a couple years younger than me, but a great friend of mine. When I came to, my dad was a pastor of the Word of Faith Church here in Jackson for a couple of years, from 2010 to 2013. Deceased when he was living here. But that's why I was in Jackson. I'm also a man of Omega Psi Phi, so we kind of kicked it off really fast. But the point of why I'm here, get right down to the nitty-gritty. I wanted to come up here and ask everybody about their goals and really a rah-rah, but that's not going to be for everybody in here. That's not going to happen. Just like Mike was talking about sheer numbers. Numbers are, a lot of people in here are going to be here next year. That's just the numbers. It's okay though. It doesn't mean you're not going to be successful in life. Just not with Primerica. And somebody should be like, that's not going to be me. Nobody said nothing. So again, I'm going to say, somebody's going to be here next year. Somebody's not going to be here next year.
That's not me.
Somebody should be like, it's not going to be me, right?
It's not going to be.
Are y'all sure?
I'm positive.
Because if y'all not here for a career, y'all might walk out the door. Because what I'm talking is what I call the milk. I mean the meat, not the milk. Okay, I'm not here to do. I can do sales training all day, but y'all should be past that. I hope y'all got Mike able to do that. I'm gonna give you some anointed words. It is now 2019. We're 3 days into the year. You have an awesome opportunity to start right now and capture this year. It's not even February yet. We just hot off of New Year's Eve. We all have our resolutions. We all have the things that we want to do. We've prayed. We maybe started a fast. We've told our friends on Facebook. We've Instagram. Told our mom, our daddy, our kids, our spouses, our booze, whatever. This is going to be different, baby. This year I'm going to do it. And it's the 3rd day of the year. You got 362 days left of this year to do that. You can accomplish your goals. I'll say it again. You can accomplish your goals. How do I know that? Because I'm a man that accomplishes goals. Have I accomplished every goal I wanted to in life? Heck no. I wouldn't be here talking to y'all if I had. Mike would probably even know me if I had, for sure. But I've made sure those things that I did not conquer, I went back and retried and did conquer. I don't fail things that I'm supposed to do. Okay? So for example, if it's important to some people's life to be the best person on Facebook, unless you're getting paid, that's not that important. It's okay. It's fun. But I said I conquer things I'm supposed to do. Okay? So this is Primerica here tonight. We're talking about insurance. So we're not talking about your whole gambit of life. We're talking about sheer insurance sales, sheer making money off those insurance sales, sheer happiness from making that money, sheer reciprocating that back to your people, your family, your friends, people that you're going to train, and then starting that cycle over again. Everybody got why we're here? We're talking about insurance, right? And other products that Primerica sells, right? I'm going to say amen right there. Okay. Have a lot on here, but at least 20 minutes. 2019 again, just to say that right up front. I truly am a prophet of God. Not the kind of prophet that's going to tell you you're going to make $1 million tomorrow, because everybody's not going to do that. It's not about the quantity of money, it's about not having debt. I say that again. It's not about the quantity of money, it's about not having debt. I counsel a lot of people make 7 figures, but they got 7-figure debt. I counsel people that make $50,000 with no debt. Y'all remember my grandmother made $1,000 a month. For like years, I always had some money. Always. Maybe my grandmother, your nana, always got $100 for here. Big money, not on $5. Somehow she pulled out of the bag hundreds of dollars. And she wasn't selling drugs, how was she getting it? Disciplined thinking. Set money aside. Not wasting money. Not being caught up with the Joneses, as they say. These things are vital. Not just for old school. It's even more important right now for the new school. Somehow, amongst the black community, we feel like wasting money is cool. I don't know where that came. That's the dumbest thing ever. You hear nothing I say tonight. Don't waste money. That's dumb. I'll say it slow. Don't waste money. That's dumb. There's a saying, it ain't tricking if you got it. It's stupid whenever you waste money. I know millionaires that buy zero-cost health plans from me. They want to save money. They say, Jasir, I have $1 million because I don't waste my money. So if you have a $300 bill on, okay, you should literally be at minimum, making $300,000 a year. You should not have any article of clothes on you that's more than 1% of what you make. We're talking about clothes. It's not going to get you nothing but nothing. Do you understand that? I'm just going to go for like I had to say here because we may get a sale. We make $1,000 the first week. But we think $1,000 is a lot of money. We may spend $800 on it flossing. And then we back to $200, back to the same cycle. You talked a lot about mentality. It is about mentality. I focus a lot on 4 different principles that I really train a lot on. And we must have all 4 of these to be successful in our lives. Please write these down. This is very, very important. I stayed in town to talk to you all. I was supposed to be going already back to Detroit. But I am a man of God, and I don't know if y'all believe in God or not, but I do. If you don't, talk to me after, I change your mentality. Okay. I mean that. I didn't say Jesus, but Yahweh. Okay. Now, number 1 principle. These are no set order, but these are the 4. Okay. We must have all 4 areas of these, must have all 4 of these principles set in our lives. I'm going to quickly go for this. This is a literal teaching you can have for weeks and weeks and weeks. And by the way, my name is Joshua Radeyemi. I do have many shows on Facebook, more come on Instagram. I'll be doing a lot more teaching that people can access. My name is Joshua Radeyemi. You can get that from Mike and follow me going forward. Okay, financial. We pretty much know we need money. In America, money's pretty much runs things. We know we need that, so I'm going to harp on that a lot. But I will say that we can't lust for the money. So some people say, I want to come to Primerica because they're going to make a lot of money. Those people never make a lot of money. You can't do anything just because of, well, I can't take that back. There are some things definitely you can do just because of money. Insurance is not one of those things. Okay, it's too much hard work, it's too much rejection. You have to have a drive for this. So you can't be lusting money. In any part of life, you can't lust money. Because even if you get it, it will consume you. Lust is a consuming thing. There's all type of lust, not just sexual. We focus on that a lot. But most people fail for lust for themselves and self-idolatry most times. Again, I won't make this too long for you all. But financial, gotta have money. Again, not about the quantity, but about not having what? Debt. So financial, we must make sure we don't have any debt. I believe debt is sin. Debt is bad. Do I have any debt? Yes. I don't like it. I don't want any. I want to continue to dissolve until it's gone. Okay? Mental. You can also make this emotional. Change that, make that emotional, because it's not just the mind, it's also our emotions. Of course, within our emotions is our mind, our balance, our psyche, how we think, but it's also how we feel. Many of us cannot be good salespeople because we may deal with depression. We can't handle rejection for various reasons in our family, various reasons in our natural DNA, various reasons in our heritage, while we just can't deal with rejection. You have to be able to deal with rejection. So if that's the case, that means you have to do further affirmations. That means you have to do some outside of yourself speaking, some other training on that area. For one, train on your weakness. Side note to these 4 principles. Train on your weakness. You know what your weakness is. I can assess it for you. If you don't know, call me, inbox. I will find out for it in about 3 minutes. We all have one. But if we don't know what it is, then we walk through life thinking we're sweet and we're not. Thinking it's okay and it's not. It's just eating us like a cancer. Some we've been dealing with 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. The same thing we've been dealing with, that same root, I call it. You must deal with that. Know yourselves. But emotion, our minds have to be sound. That means that we must be learning from the mental standpoint. Learn as much as you can. My biggest thing about sales, I think I'm a personable person, but I'm not in the house trying to make friends. I know more than you, sir, ma'am, family group. I'm smarter than you. I'm more passionate than you. You need me, I don't need you. I make every sale like that. I do it very well since I'm doing sales now 30, I'm 45. I've been doing sales, I've been 13. I've done insurance for the last 16 years. I make 6 figures a lot of times doing insurance. I now currently do Medicare insurance. While I work for Primerica, because the last 19 years I followed God and He told me to go. That's a whole other conversation about this. Every job I've had, I've been led to. So, But I recommend Primerica, any person who does insurance, hands down. I have several people I recommend Primerica that make over 6 figures. A guy went to college even, and Brandon Tate out of Kansas City. Several people make good money around the country with Primerica. I think it's a very powerful company, but I was happy to come here and share with you all today. So emotion, we have the mind in there. Get our minds right. Let's study. Also get our emotions right. This is, I'm talking about from a sales standpoint, this by far is the most important principle here. This is what keeps us in the bed in the morning for procrastination. This is what keeps us sad and down. This is what keeps us saying we can't do it. You can do it, but you got to do it. I said it again, you can do it, but you got to do it. Do you understand that? It's not good enough. I'm big on preaching, but I'm not going to emotionalize you all. There's so many people run around at sales meetings. They stand up, shout, clap, 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 the confetti comes, and they go back to the hotel room, go back to the house, go back to the setting, not changed. Because their emotions were heightened, but there was no evidential change in their lives. There was no impact. There was no mantle given or assessed or gained. So I want you all to make sure that your minds are together. There are so many ways to get this together. Too many to talk about in this short 10 minutes I have left. But we know what they are. There's tapes. There's people on YouTube. There's people on Instagram. There's people, there's self-help tapes. There's sales tapes. You want to know your business from a technique standpoint. You want to know yourself and find the weakness and then find something to fill that. Prayer works extremely well for that. And some other tactics, but definitely soft music. Don't contaminate yourself with your weakness. If your weakness is bad attitude, don't listen to songs talking about beat that be up. Okay? If your problem is women or men, don't talk about booed up every other song. These things are going to hinder your future. Know yourself. If you don't know yourself, don't play yourself. For sure don't do that. I've been very candid since I've been a child about things I deal with that I'm weak in. I buffeted those things. I make sure I cover those things. Because I don't want them things to come back and bite me in the butt. No man walking in the earth that we've ever known did not have a thorn, what we call in his flesh. Well, we know extremely successful men. Why? Because they found ways to manage that. They found ways to buffet that and still be extremely successful and not make it an excuse. There were no excuses for not having money. Not 2019. It's too easy. If you go and do it. It's really too easy. And I mean that. I'm not hyping that up. The physical part. My dad, I talked about, a great man of God, lived holy, had these 2 parts really down, this part down right here, didn't have this part down. He was a diabetic, lost a kidney. My sister gave me a kidney, lived 10 more years, still died. At 55. I'm mad about that. Why? He's not here now to help mentor me. Had these 3 down. But what I'm saying, we got to have all 4 of these. This will hold you back. A lot of good sales people got gout. They got diabetes. They got blood pressure. So they can't get up as early. They got to stop working as early. They got to take breaks to eat. These are hindrances. Again, you can do it if you do it. But you got to know yourself. So that means that one person got a physical challenge, I can't sound like everybody else. This is not a lack of faith conversation. This is, how do I dominate if I have an illness? How do I dominate with the weakness? How did Moses still lead people with the stuttering situation? God gave him to people to help them. He didn't say just go talk to thousands of people and stutter. Get some help. You need help. Get a tutor. We don't want to get counselors as African Americans. We don't want to get tutors. We don't want to get any help. We want to do it ourselves. No man, not even God. He had 2 people helping him. Know yourself. You can do it if you do it. The last thing is spiritual. Believe in something. Please. I know Muslims that do very well. Mormons do very well. Jews do very well. Lutherans do very well. 7%ers, 5%ers. Christians, agnostics, all kind of people do very well. Why? Because they believe in something. I'm not here to debate your religion. I believe in one. But the thing is, believe in something. Because if you have a spiritual basis, you can easier get to these 3 things. If you meditate, meditate. If you pray, pray. If you worship, worship. If you sit in your prayer closet, do that. But we must do the things we know are going to work. I'm talking about in history, I'm talking about. We don't have to reinvent the wheel to get our minds together.